Welcome to another edition of the Sports Block. We are live here at Middle Creek High School for tonight's matchup between the Mustangs of Middle Creek and the Hawks of Holly Springs. I'm Kevin Brunson. I'll be running play-by-play tonight, joined here with Matt Verderosa.
It's good to be here, Kevin. Ready for the game?
Yeah, it's going to be very exciting, of course. As most of you know, it's senior night for the Mustangs, the last home game, so you know all the seniors are going to be going all out. A lot of energy tonight. The seniors, real quick, for Middle Creek are number 0, Nate Otto, number 4, Michael Beam, number 24, Quentin Ray, number 30, Austin Oglesby, number 33, Kamari Bobbitt, and number 44, Tucker Daniel. And since it is senior night, seniors will get some of them not being in the starting role all season, getting a chance to start tonight. And the starters tonight for Middle Creek will be Nate Otto, Michael Beam, Quentin Ray, Austin Oglesby, and Tucker Daniel. So, the only scratch for the seniors will be Kamari Bobbitt, who is a usual starter. So, I don't really think he's too upset about that. He's going to give his teammates some extra minutes.
With this new lineup that Coach Kushner has put out tonight, they're more set up to shoot from the perimeter, a lot smaller than the regular lineup for the Mustangs. And, we can see the Mustangs taking a lot of outside shots tonight, but their game plan that usually works is pushing it in the paint and getting down low and causing fouls.
Yeah, they're probably going to look for Otto mainly to shoot, but, you can never count out Michael Beam. He's just, he's usually lights out from beyond the arc if he gets the right shot. And, of course, Austin Oglesby, another great shooter as well.
Yeah, look for the three-point shots tonight here.
And real quick, Holly Springs coming into the game, they're a 11-10 overall, 7-7 in conference. And Middle Creek on the other end, 15-6 overall and 11-2 in conference. And those losses both were home losses against Lee County and Green Hope. Green Hope, the most recent loss. Tucker Daniels will be taking the tip off for the Mustangs, matching up with DJ Flippin. And Austin Oglesby is going to get the ball for the Mustangs as they control the ball at the start of the game. Quentin Ray is going to bring it up. Looks to drive, goes in. Shot no good. Rebounded by Quentin Ray, goes up. Shot blocked by Flippin. The Hawks look to run up the floor. Fast break opportunity. Jump shot's good. Putting the Hawks up 2-0 here early in the game.
Both teams really starting out fast. Both fast breaks for the teams. Getting down the court really fast tonight.
Oglesby looks to drive. No good. And a foul is going to be called on number 30. It's going to be Austin Oglesby. His first foul.
Number 4, Marquise Evans, brings the ball up the court.
Ball gets down low. Whistle. Foul on number 44. Tucker Daniels, his first. First free throw is good. Evans gets both free throws to go. Hawks up 4-0. Beam's going to push up the floor, loses the handle on the ball, and they're going to call a foul on him. You can only imagine for Tucker, Michael, and even Austin, a little anxiety in getting the starting role tonight.
The Mustangs turn the ball over on their first couple possessions here tonight. That's the key for them, is to really hold on to the ball. And there's a turnover by Nate Otto. But there we go again. The Mustangs turn the ball over. Fast break by Holly Springs.
three for the Hawks, no good. There's a foul called on Austin Oglesby. It's number 15, Anthony Dole, to the line for 3 shots. And going right back to that fast break opportunity the Mustangs just had, it's a poor pass by Nate Otto. Really threw it into coverage. Substitution for Middle Creek, number 5, Quentin Jackson checks in for Oglesby.
And the referees are making Oglesby come back into the game for this first free throw.
Dole gets 2 out of 3 shots to go. Hail Mary pass. He picked off. Hawks look to run. Number 11, Craig McDaniel with a go-ahead basket, putting the Hawks up 8-0. The ball goes out of bounds off Holly Springs. Now Kamari Bobbitt's going to check in as Middle Creek takes its timeout. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching the Sports Block, and we'll be right back. And we're back with just about 6.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Holly Springs off to a 8-0 run over the Mustangs. Middle Creek, they're not playing bad defense, just, a lot of turnovers here early. They need to keep those limited. The Mustangs work it around the perimeter. Get it in the high post to Bobbitt as he's triple teamed. He's going to get back out to Ray. Goes down low, kick out to Quentin Jackson for 3, no good. Rebounded by Flippin.
Even though the Mustangs didn't score on that possession, they showed a lot of good ball movement that time, getting an open shot and not falling to a turnover this time.
3, no good. Flippin with a rebound, goes up, puts up another 2 points for the Hawks. Double team on Michael Beam. Hawks look to go in transition, and a steal by Nate Otto. It's going to be a 2-on-1. Bobbitt gets it down low. Layup, no good. Stolen by Quentin Jackson, goes up and gets a foul called, so he go to the line for 2 shots. Kamari Bobbitt not believe he missed that layup.
The Mustangs just subbed in Fred Irafimi for Michael Beam, getting their tallest player out on the court to help slow down this Holly Springs team. I think there should have been a foul called on that shot just now. Kamari Bobbitt went up from the free throw line, but looked like his arm was grabbed, but no call.
Craig McDaniel for 3. The Mustangs either need a good timeout or a quick run. Bobbitt goes in for the drive and gets a foul called. Foul was on DJ Flippin, his first. Bobbitt's first shot is good.
I really think the Mustangs should stay physical tonight, to keep in touch with this Holly Springs team and to slow them down a little bit. The physical play will really get the offense going.
Evans with the miss. The number 15, Anthony Dole, in there for a good offensive rebound and a putback. Quentin Jackson's layup's no good. Loose ball, Jackson picks it up. He's got Bobbitt in transition. He goes up. And another missed layup. The ball was out of bounds off Quentin Jackson, so Holly Springs will have possession, up 13. Flipping gets called for a travel. We've got Bryson Cousins checking in for Nate Otto.
I think that's a good substitution there by Coach Kushner, subbing in the another fast perimeter shooter with Bryson Cousins.
Kamari with a good drive to the basket, putting up his 4th point tonight. Flipping with a baseline jumper just out of the rim. Jackson comes up with the rebound. He's got numbers. He's going to get it to Cousins, back out to Jackson. Quentin Ray looks to drive, puts up a floater. Going to be blocked. Freddie Rafimi with the shot off the mark. And Ray goes up and gets a basket to go with the foul. He's going to the line. Chance for a 3-point play.
Huge play by Quentin Ray right there. Huge play, slapping the ball and getting the points.
And as Ray goes to the line, we've got a quick Tri-9 scoring update. Apex playing Fuquay. Apex is leading 12-4 at the end of the first quarter. Quentin Ray's free throw just out of the rim. Middle Creek in a man-to-man defense. Flippin looks to drive.
Big
Stuffed
block
by Freddie Rafimi. Jackson with a 3 from the corner, no good. Quentin Ray working really hard for the offensive rebound. Tipped in by Rafimi. When Irafimi is in, he gives his best minutes, coming up with great blocks, and like you just saw, a great putback. McDaniel looks to drive on Jackson, goes up, shot no good, rebounded by Irafimi. Mustangs look to run. A double dribble called on Wooten. Like for a foul to have been called on Jackson's drive.
Yeah, he got hit pretty hard there, but call. Seems like the refs are really letting the players play tonight. Really good pass there by Quentin Ray to Quentin Jackson. They're in the midair putting.
And girls basketball for the Mustangs are at Holly Springs tonight. They're losing 8-0 at the end of the first quarter. Bobbitt with a good drive, putting up another layup. He's going to be doing that a lot tonight. They're going to feed him in the high post. He's going to work down into the paint and try to get his buckets there. Dole with an open lane. He's going to get a layup, putting the Hawks up 19-12. Quentin Ray spots up for three from the top of the key, and it's good. Putting Middle Creek within 4.
Even with the slow start for the Mustangs, Quentin Ray has had a big first quarter for them. A lot of points and a lot of rebounds.
You know, talking to Coach Kushner today, he said after the Lee County loss that Quentin Ray really stepped up as a captain and really took on the leadership role for the Mustangs, and you're really seeing that here tonight. Dole's first shot is good. Second shot goes through. Hawks up 6 with 51 seconds in the first quarter. Irafimi gets it in the high post. They're going to swing it to Ray. Kicks it to Cousins in the corner. Looks to drive. It slips. Loses the ball. Hawks look to push it up the floor. An offensive foul called on number 30, Stephen Harris. And had the whistle not blown, Fred Irafimi was right there for the block. And I really think he's deserving his nickname tonight, Fred Blockaholic. Bobbitt goes in, shot is good. Mustangs back within 4. Three from the corner, no good. And at the buzzer, Middle Creek down 4. Hawks lead 21-17. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching the Sports Block, and we'll be right back. We're back at the start of the second quarter. Middle Creek is trailing by 4. They do have possession of the ball, and they have great momentum coming into the second quarter. Quentin Ray is really hot from three-point arc right now. And I think the play for the Mustangs is just getting it into the high post and working from there, and it seems to be working pretty well. Quentin Ray hits another big 3. You're going to have to put a heat check on him soon. Lowe's 3 from the corner is no good. We get a foul called on Marquise Evans.
Bryson Cousins will inbound to Quentin Ray.
Ray was looking for the dish. And probably should have just taken that up himself.
Wow, really long three there by Holly Springs on the move, too. That was a pretty good shot by number 15, Anthony Doyle.
Ray's first free throw is just a little short. Ray makes an adjustment and gets that free throw, cutting the Mustangs 3. Quentin Ray's really going to have to play some good defense on Anthony Dole. Uncontested shot is good by Holly Springs. Go up 5. Quentin Ray finds Jackson cutting. It's good.
Good look there by Quentin Ray. Down low under the basket. Freddie Orfimi with another block. That is his 3rd tonight. Big night so far for Fred.
Freddie Orfimi skies for the high rebound. Middle Creek looks to run. Quentin Ray's going to go all the way under. It's blocked by Evans. Holly Springs on the fast break. The layup is good. Let's go up 5 now. In a very close game, you know, that's what you really want to see. Otto's going to look to drive, go in. Might have been a foul on the play. Dole goes up for 3, no good. Offensive rebound by Nate Otto. Cross court pass to Cousins. He's going to spot up for a long 3, and it's good. And that was almost NBA range.
Yeah, that was long 3 there by Bryson Cousins, at least 3 feet behind the arc.
You know, not sure if he didn't know where he was on the court or that was planned, but good for Bryson. Great 3-point shot. Holly Springs answering on the other end. The layup. Middle Creek staying right there with the Hawks. Orfimi, 10-foot jumper, no good. Looks like a turnover on the Hawks. It's going to be a carry, I believe. Keon Smith checks in for Nate Otto. At halftime of the Apex Fuquay game, Apex leads Fuquay 30-21. Also in the Tri-9, Lee County is leading 24 over Athens Drive with 15 at the half. Ray's going to look to run. Great crossover going all the way in. Going to kick it back out to Bobbitt. Jackson puts up for 3, and it's good. And Jackson and Cousins just about hitting the exact same three-point shot. Awkward jump shot by Holly Springs, no good, and a travel is going to be called on Evans.
So far, Middle Creek is on point from the three-point line tonight. You know, hitting multiple threes in a row tonight. They're also playing pretty good defense now, starting to slow down this Holly Springs offense.
Jackson goes up for a jump shot, no good. Bernson skied for the rebound, almost got the tip in. Flippin's going to conduct the offense. Almost taken away by Quentin Ray. The ball's going to go out of bounds. Going to stay with Holly Springs. As Middle Creek has only down one now with 3 minutes left in the half. Kind of an odd matchup. Keon Smith is guarding number 11, Craig McDaniel, who has at least a foot over Smith, but you know, Keon Smith is very tenacious on defense.
Well, he did a good job there distracting him, you know, making him throw the ball out of bounds there and giving the ball back to the Mustangs. That was a good job there by Keon Smith.
Quentin Jackson's going to pull out, set up the offense. And Bobbitt's going to look to drive, pull-up jumper, just off the rim. Putback's no good. Holly Springs swings it around the perimeter. Middle Creek playing great defense on the Hawks right now, eliminating anything down low. Looks like a foul's going to be called on the inside. 33, Kamari Bobbitt with his first foul.
Substitutions for the Mustangs: Fred Irafimi in for Kamari Bobbitt, and Bryson Cousins in for Keon Smith. Three ball is good for Holly Springs. Good drive there by Quentin.
Great drive, great move to open up the layup. Quentin Jackson completes the old-fashioned three-point play. Daniels' three is no good. Rebounded by Flippin. Layup's good. Putting the Hawks up 3. And Bryson Cousins at the top of the key, getting it to Ray. Looks to drive, puts up a floater off the glass, is good. 30 seconds left in the half. Middle Creek trails 1. They really need a big stop right here.
Big block by Area Freeman.
Fred with a huge block. Middle Creek needs to hurry. Cousins in transition. Shot no good. Holly Springs has 9 seconds to do just about anything. Gonna swing it to McDaniel. Puts up a 3, no good. And Bernstein gets it out of harm's way. Middle Creek goes into the locker room down 1. So we're gonna take a break here for halftime. We'll be right back. You're watching the Sports Block. And we're back, about to start the second half of play. Middle Creek still down 1, 34-35. And Holly Springs will have possession of the ball. And Middle Creek needs to start off the half, with great energy. They need to come in and, rack up some good points to get them back in. And foul's going to be called on number 5, Quentin Jackson. A little touch foul there. Not sure, what he saw. It wasn't a reach by any means.
Even though at the end of the last half, the Mustangs did not capitalize and score points, Fred Earfemi had a huge block, and we'll see if that momentum can carry into this half.
The ball was tipped out of bounds off a Mustang player. So Holly Springs will take it under the basket. And Doyle with a friendly roll, getting the basket. Earfemi down low, shot no good. Flippin matched up against Bobbitt. Earfemi with a block. Nate Otto with a block of his own. And after a conference with the referees, I believe it's going to be Middle Creek's ball.
And it is Middle Creek ball. Nate Otto with the inbound.
Ray with a great pass down low to Earfemi. We get fouled and one. Marquise Evans with his third personal foul. Irafimi's free throw is good, tying the game now at 37 apiece. Kamari Bobbitt was trying to buy a charge. Anthony Dole.
Almost a block there by Freddie Irafimi. Just a second late on that layup.
Quentin Ray puts up a floater, no good. Loose ball's gonna be tipped back out to Otto. Quentin Jackson with a cross-court pass to Nate Otto. Swings it to Bobbitt, goes down low. Quentin Ray with the drive. Gets to the corner to Jackson, goes up and under. Finding Irafimi for the two-handed slam. You know, that's exactly where, bad shots turn into good plays. And it all started with Irafimi's tip out to Nate Otto, setting up that whole sequence. And Fred with a contested shot. Middle Creek on the fast break. Going to look to capitalize. Dish out to Nate Otto. And he's going to get fouled.
Two shots here for Nate Otto. We'll see if the Mustangs can take the lead for the first time in the game.
Otto's first shot's good. Otto misses a second shot. Puts the Mustangs up 1. Nate Otto with a strong rebound, getting it out to Quentin Ray. He's going to try to finish on the drive, and it's good. We've got a scoring update from the girls' Middle Creek Holly Springs game. Holly Springs is completely dominating the Mustangs at halftime. They're leading 47-9. Ray's first free throw is good.
Substitution for the Mustangs. Bryson Cousins and Curtis Burson checking.
Ray's second shot just out of the rim. You know, those are always heartbreaking for a shooter when it goes in and out like that. Flippin's going to drive on Bobbitt. Foul's going to be called on the floor. Kamari Bobbitt been credited with the foul.
You know, I think the matchup in the game tonight so far has been Holly Springs Flippit against Middle Creek's Kamari Bobbitt or Middle Creek's Quentin Ray. That has been the matchups here tonight. Both players scoring and playing defense tonight.
Yerafimi's going to check back in for Bobbitt. This is going to sit with 3 fouls. Flipping with the jump shot, no good. Pulled down by Yerafimi. Quentin Ray, jump shot, no good. Follows his board. We need a foul underneath. I believe the foul's going to be on 11, Craig McDaniel. Yerafimi's first shot's no good. Second shot just off the mark. Corner 3, no good. And the ball's going to go out of bounds.
Oh, controversial call right here. Did not even see a Mustang touch the ball, but the referees continue with the call. Holly Springs ball.
Holly Springs is going to take a timeout. So we're going to take another quick break. You're watching the Sports Block. We'll be right back. And we're back. The score tied 43-43 with 2:43 left in the third quarter. Holly Springs making it hard for Middle Creek to get the ball in. Curtis Brinson just saving it from going out of bounds. Pass stolen.
Offensive foul there on Holly Springs.
It's Bryson Cousins stepping in for the charge. And at the end of the third quarter, Apex leads Fuquay 44-35. Three by Cousins is no good. And Quentin Jackson coming away with the steal, goes up and misses the dunk. I know you really don't want to see Jackson going up for a dunk right there. I don't think he's dunked at all this season. In transition, Bryson missed the three. Freddie Yerafimi's going to get a foul called on the Hawks.
Fast transitions on both ends. Those couple few possessions for both teams right there.
Here, Feeney's first shot's good. Second shot just off the mark. Rebounded by Flippin. Flippin goes up and over Irafimi, putting the Hawks up 1 with a minute left in the third quarter. Jackson looks to drive, goes up. And ball's going to go out of bounds off the Hawks. And Middle Creek will inbound under the basket. Number 11, Curtis Bernson's going to check in for Bryson Cousins. Middle Creek swings it. Nate Otto thought he was going to shoot the 3 there. Middle Creek just working the ball around, trying to get a best shot. Otto for 3, no good. 20 seconds left. Holly Springs probably going to work for the last shot of the quarter. And the foul is going to be called on number 24, Quentin Ray. It's his first. Middle Creek on the run. Jackson down low, it's good. And Middle Creek goes up by 1 going into the fourth quarter. So we're going to take a quick break. You're watching the Sports Block, and we'll be right back. Back, just about to start the last quarter of play. Middle Creek up 1. Here the Creek Crazies here at Middle Creek getting into the action. You know, Middle Creek really needs to stay content and stay disciplined. And they only have 2 team fouls in the half so far. With Holly Springs, they have 6, so you know, Middle Creek has more fouls to give. And a little confusion before we start. I think there's a confusion with the possession of the ball, and looks like they're going to give it to Middle Creek to start off the quarter.
Quentin Ray to bring it up.
Finds Jackson in the corner. Gonna drive down, put up a layup, up and under, it's good.
Good move there by Quentin Jackson to get to the basket.
Dole's three-pointer's no good. Middle Creek is on the fast break. Quinn Ray gets it to Bobbitt, looks to drive, goes up. A strong layup. And now Middle Creek's on a bit of a run. Gone up 5 over the Hawks. Middle Creek's really turned up the defense. Quentin Ray playing great defense on Dole. And the ball goes out of bounds. Going to give it back to the Mustangs. Substitutions for the Hawks. Number 21 Flippin, 30 Harris, and 11 McDaniel all check in for Holly Springs. Quentin Jackson's looking to break the full court press. Foul's going to be called on Evans. That's his 4th foul.
Quentin Ray's been doing a really good job tonight of getting to the line and getting his free throw shots in tonight.
First shot is good. And Holly Springs with 17 fouls now. Middle Creek will go to the line for 1 and 1 until they hit 10. And from then on, every foul will be 2 shots. Quinn Ray knocks down the second shot, extending the lead to 7.
Good defensive play by Kamari Bobbitt, and he regains the ball for the Mustangs. Good job there by Kamari Bobbitt.
Otto feeds Irafimi down low. Ball's going to go out of bounds off Bobbitt. Holly Springs really can't find anything going as Middle Creek's defense has really stepped up. Irafimi's going to get called for a foul. Number 10, Devon Reese, goes to the line for 2.
Middle Creek is about to sub in Bryson Cousins, trying to get more perimeter shooting out there on the court tonight. Try to finish up this game strong from outside.
And Harris gets 1 of 2 free throws to go. The ball's going to go out of bounds off Dole. Nate Otto's going to check in for Irafimi. Quentin Ray almost losing his dribble. Luckily gets it back. Jackson goes up high off the glass, and it's good. The Mustangs really coming alive in the fourth quarter. It looks like there's going to be a foul called on number 5, Quentin Jackson. It's Jackson's first foul. Shot no good. Nate Otto passes up the 3. And Middle Creek's just going to look to take some time off the clock. Quentin Ray drives, gets it to Cousins. He finds Bobbitt down low, and he uses his strength to get up, put 2 more on the board for the Mustangs. McDaniel driving in. Quentin Jackson breaks the fast break. And a timeout taken by the Mustangs. And with that timeout, real quick, if if you've got a smartphone, computer, or anything, just log on Twitter and tweet us any question or comment. #SportsBlockAnswers, and we'll try to get back to you with that. Just tweet, comment, question, anything. #SportsBlockAnswers. With that timeout taken by Middle Creek, what do you think Cush is telling his players?
I really think he's telling them just to stay strong down low, keep playing tight defense and try to keep this lead for the last 4 minutes of the game here.
It's probably exactly what he's telling them. They need to stay tight defensively. Offensively, things are going very well for them. I think Holly Springs has kind of gone down. They were up pretty much the whole game, and now they've gone down 6. I think they've gone a little down, mentally. So Middle Creek just needs to stay in it defensively, and they'll be fine. Be a push called on McDaniel. Quentin Ray will go to the line for 1-and-1. Ray's first shot is good. Second shot no good, but he follows his own miss, getting it to Irafimi. It looks like we're going to get a foul before the shot. Number 30, Stephen Harris, called for the foul. So Quentin Ray will go back to the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity. First shot's good. Second shot short again. Holly Springs on the run. And a block by Freddie Irafimi gets called for a foul. It's his second tonight. McDaniel's first shot is good. The second shot finds the bottom of the basket. Holly Springs cuts it to 6.
Kick ball there on Holly Springs. It will remain Mustang ball.
It was a good look by Quentin Jackson. Had the pass been there, Kamari Bobbitt would have had an easy layup. And Jackson wide open for 3, no good. The ball's going to go out of bounds, giving it back to the Mustangs.
Middle Creek running some time off the clock right now. There's the ball down low to Kamari Bobbitt at the basket.
Arafimi with a good block. Holly Springs is going to take a timeout. So we'll take a quick break on the sports block. We'll come right back. Back with just under 3 minutes left in the game. Middle Creek holds an 8-point lead, 60-52. Holly Springs just to inbound.
Right now for Middle Creek, you really hope the Mustangs, stop these Holly Springs Hawks and extend this lead so we can see the rest of the seniors get in their last home game here tonight. And Nate Otto took a hard fall there on the ground, but he is getting up.
Holly Springs is going to bring in some substitutions. Wright and Harris check in. Middle Creek trying to run as much time as they can off. Ray and Otto playing pitch and catch. Otto really just forced that pass. He comes up with a steal, getting it to Bobbitt. And 2 blocks by Dole. Flipping cleans up the mess. And timeout taken by Holly Springs. So we're going to take another break. You're watching the Sports Block. We'll be right back. And we're back just with the last minute to play. Holly Springs has cut it to 4. So it looks like we might have a very interesting finish. Nate Otto looks for the inbound. And find Cousins. Looks to be shaken up on the play. Up, he's on his own power, looks to be okay. You know, from what I could see, I think he caught a elbow or a shoulder to the face. So both teams will get to take an injury timeout. We'll take a break. You're watching the Sports Talk. We'll be right back. And we're back. Bryson Cousins going to take a trip to the end of the bench. Seems to be hit in the head. Checking him, you know, the worst thing you want to happen is a concussion. Middle Creek's going to break the defense and just run it. Try to run the clock down. And the jump ball. Possession arrow pointing to the Hawks. Irafemi's going to check in for Keon Smith. And in the last minute, the lead for the Mustangs is still 4. And they don't need to foul here. Layup no good. Quentin Ray with the spin move. Getting it down to Jackson. He goes up and it's good. And I believe that could just cap it off right there. And a foul on Otto. And really not needed. I think they're going to call it on the floor though, so Middle Creek has 1 foul to give, non-shooting foul. Holly Springs is going to take a timeout. And in the last 30 seconds or so, Middle Creek has a pretty comfortable lead. They definitely don't need to back down at all. Defensively, what do you think they need to improve or just keep the same?
I definitely think Holly Springs is going to try to go inside and just get some fouls here. But watch for that perimeter shot here at the end. They're going to try and hit some threes and get back in it real fast.
The person you need to watch is number 15, Anthony Dole, and number 11, Craig McDaniel, who earlier in the game knocked down a lot of three-pointers. You can never count on anyone. So, just defensively, Middle Creek just needs to, hold to their man without fouling, though, because, next foul is going to send them to the line. Just play disciplined defense, and, they'll be fine for the last 28 seconds. And a turnover, loose ball. Three-pointer goes up, no good. Flipping with the rebound and puts it up, and it's good. And Holly Springs will take another timeout just to stop the clock.
Middle Creek leads 4 with 16.3 seconds to go in the game.
So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back for the last. Back with the last 16 seconds left of the game. Middle Creek is leading 62-58. A long pass to Quentin Ray. Dishes it back to Bobbitt. Finds trailing Quentin Jackson, but a foul is going to be called to send Kamari Bobbitt to the line for 2 shots, I believe. Kamari Bobbitt will be shooting 2. And looks like Kushner's going to bring in Daniel. See some minutes on his senior night. Bobbitt's free throw, no good. Holly Springs looks to push up the floor. Three-pointer, no good. Quentin Ray coming away with the rebound. And Middle Creek will come away with the victory tonight, beating the Hawks 63-58. Great win for the Mustangs.
Big conference win.
Big conference win. It's not over in the conference yet. They've got to travel to Apex for the conference championship on Friday. So we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with some post-game wrap-ups. as Middle Creek comes away with a victory tonight. A great win for them coming back. They were trailing early in the game. It took them, almost 3 quarters to come back and gain the lead.
They were down by 10 right off the bat, but, a good defensive play later on in the game, a big down-low game, really brought them back tonight.
Yeah, Bobbitt and Irafimi were great forces down low. Irafimi always great in the block category, coming up with some big blocks that could have easily put the game out of hand early. Like you said, they were down 10, I think maybe 13 at one point. So he came back with some great blocks, and also Kamari Bobbitt, great down low, big body. He really gets physical down low, and he puts up great numbers for the Mustangs.
Yeah, again, Quentin Ray really ran the court again tonight for the Mustangs and led them to a big win here tonight.
That's always a great factor for the Mustangs. They have really quick bodies in Ray and Quentin Jackson, and they can run the floor. Always good on defense as well. And I really think the 3-point game kind of shined for Middle Creek. Brought them back into the game with Cousins and Jackson hitting 2 big 3-pointers to bring them back, and even a go-ahead 3-pointer by, I believe, Nate Otto hit it. Great overall effort for the Mustangs. Now, we thank you for tuning in to the Sports Block. For Kevin Brunson and Matt Veterosa, thanks for tuning in, and we're out.